This episode of Crushed Parking Lot Candy was recommended to us by Crushed Parking Lot Mommy, who texted me yesterday and told me I needed to watch this. This is the 2024 film, The Deliverance, starring Glenn Close and Monique, and is a Lee Daniels film based on a true story. Candy, don't you have a disdain for Zach Baggins? Why are you him? Yes, I do, and let me explain. As previously stated, The Deliverance is based on a true story. Now, as to whether you believe that true story is completely on you, that's not what I'm here to debate. But about 10 years ago, Zach Baggins had a whole ass documentary about this house in Gary, Indiana, affectionately known as Demon House. So in the documentary Demon House, Zach Baggins and his crew and all those other people are going through this house trying to pick up on all the phenomenon. The woman who lived in here was reporting her 3 children being possessed. There were multiple accounts of them like walking up walls and things like that. I think the walls were like seeping oil or something to that effect. And then, like, starting in the middle of the documentary, anybody that was involved with Demon House didn't want to be interviewed anymore. They went down in the basement, and supposedly there was some kind of witchcraft or pentagram ritual sacrificial altar under the stairs in the basement. And that's what was causing all of this. And then Zach had to perform an exorcism, I think, on the daughter, and then he had to be exorcised, if I remember correctly. It's been a really long time. But then eventually the house was bought. I think Zach actually bought the house, and then they tore it down in 2016. And then according to The Deliverance, the house that was built on top of the land, it now experiences paranormal activity themselves. So if I have this correct, this is the story that was based on, except this story takes place in Philly and not the house in Gary, Indiana. So what's this story particularly about? Okay, think The Conjuring. Except there's a whole lot of themes in the first half of this movie where if you are currently trying to heal, or if you're not healed due to parental trauma experiences, this might not be for you. So this lady, her 3 kids, and her mom all move into this new house. This is like the 3rd time they've moved this year. And they've been having a hard time because the grandmother is in chemo. The mother is an alcoholic. She's been to jail. She currently has a caseworker and has been known to abuse her children. Like, you do see it at one point. She smacks one of the boys in the mouth and causes him to bleed. And that's a lot of what's going on. So all these bad things are being built up that are from demonic possession. However, it looks like that it's her causing it because of her history with alcoholism and abuse. Until the actual demon stuff really does start, and then it's like Glenn Close with like a demon face and backbending possessions. Think The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and we've got Stigmata. And don't get me wrong, some of the CGI is kind of goofy, but it's well done. Like, for a Netflix movie, we did really well here. Now, given the content, it is quite heavily religious. Now, I personally love that. I love a good religious horror. But if you don't, you're probably going to be annoyed. The acting is also hella good. I think I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10 because I didn't expect much for a Netflix movie, but like, I am pleasantly surprised. So 10 out of 10. Okay, bye. I don't know what song would go with this. Go to hell, go right back. I don't know the rest of the words.